What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches. In our last video, we had a very Eredivisie themed episode and I did really enjoy it. Of course, we hit our best ever streak, so if you missed it, go back and watch that one. And in today's video, we are diving into a new competition. So if you guys are enjoying, like, subscribe, let's go. But before we talk about the new competition Rags to Riches is entering, we need to talk about the podium that we almost got. And as you can see on screen, here is a screenshot that I posted on my Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my handle is just Flyndle _ and we tweeted out over the weekend that we were sitting on the podium before Newcastle kicked off. You can see Lewis Hall, he was ready and raring to go, and we were second place with Lewis Hall to play. So I was really hopeful that we could potentially win a Sorare competition. Now, for those of you guys that haven't followed the channel for too long, you will know that last year I got podium twice, and both times I got on the podium, I finished third. So I was hopeful that this would be a second or a first. However, unfortunately, as you can see on screen, Lewis Hall, quite surprisingly, with a clean sheet, only scored 47 points, which was a little bit upsetting because obviously they got a clean sheet. That was the bit that I didn't really think was going to happen. But yeah, he got a clean sheet and still didn't manage to score very well, which is very unlike Lewis Hall, to be honest. So yeah, he did play the full 90 as well. So really, everything was ready for this team to go on the podium. However, it just misses out. As you can see, we finished the comp in about 12th, which is still absolutely insane for Rags to Riches because we do make money from the leaderboards. I think this is only I want to say the second time we've ever made money from the leaderboards, maybe the third time, second or third time. So not many times we've made it onto the leaderboard cash, but of course that was, that we don't expect this from our budget players, but as you can see, a mega budget team here. Minter finally gets a start. And oh my god, for those of you guys that have been following me for the last couple of weeks, you would have heard me say Minter has to start games for Brighton. He finally gets a start. He gets the winning goal, and Brighton win the game. I'm mind blown that he wasn't starting more games. Bit of a weird one from Hertzler. Maybe it was injury related. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Minter gets his goal. Truffert and Dubravka against each other somehow. Both get a clean sheet, which is great. Our other defender gets a clean sheet, and Alex Scott, the man, with a monster performance. And of course, he had the armband. So yeah, overall, absolutely just, yeah, wow. So happy. I will say, unfortunately, the footage of me redeeming the $10 streak, because of course, the last Premier League, the last video you would have seen us claim the first streak in the Premier League. Unfortunately, the footage corrupted of me redeeming the second hot streak, if you like. So we did take cash though. So just so you guys know, we took the $10 cash reward, and yeah, basically the footage corrupted, so you won't see me redeeming it, but we did get the $10 nonetheless. And of course, that is massive for the new competition we will be entering. More on that later on. I'm going to run through the rest of the results, however, I'm going to be quick because there was not much else happening. You can see here, this one never took off really. Semenyo just basically AFK'd the game. Saar had a bit of a bad one. Senesi and Petrovic, great, but yeah, the rest didn't do too well. Even Addison, a bit of a bad score for him, should we say. He's usually scoring insane. Then La Liga, honestly, Pepe scored a goal with the armband. Everyone else done horrible. Kind of gives us, thoughts of Kramaric. This reminds me of Kramaric. A Kramaric lineup where we captain Kramaric. He does unreal. Everyone else does poorly. And that's just the way it goes. Speaking of Kramaric, actually, for once, no one done anything. Which is a bit surprising. Usually it's either Kramaric does well, everyone else does bad, or everyone else does good, and Kramaric does bad. But yeah, actually, surprisingly, no one done anything in the Bundesliga. And again, I'll sort of re-emphasise this point because of how well the first Premier League team did. I don't even care about the rest, to be honest. I'm just happy with getting that result in the Prem. Challenger tried to ruin my weekend with a DMP. As you can see, Atkins scored unreal. Iredale and Raphael with the clean sheet, but Billing started on the bench. I'm assuming they're resting him for the midweek, and Araujo also. I'm guessing. I actually don't know. He could be injured. I didn't read up. I didn't have a look to see what happened with Araujo, but potentially resting as well. So unfortunate with Challenger, but that's so rare. You know, it happens. DMPs happen. It is what it is. Moving on to the second Challenger team. Yeah, Longello got a red card. Yeah, Longello got a red card. So, yeah, enough said really. At least Mitov did start. That is a good sign for us. And yeah, last but not least was our contender side. Karaman done the business. I don't know. I've got Captain Karaman, haven't I? He's just. Yeah, I think I might just captain him for the future. He's reminding me of Kramaric and yeah, he's giving me like Kramaric and Pepe vibes. I should just captain him every week and pray. I was doing that with Cousance, but yeah, our new man Tim done poorly. So yeah, maybe we should be captaining Karaman more often. I think. Even if we did captain him though, everyone else done poorly. So it is what it is. So basically, here is a nice conclusion of the results, and you can see basically the Premier League team done insane. Everyone else done poorly. But you know what? I don't care. I'll absolutely take that. And now we have got some, well, I guess, let's explore the new competition that we're entering in Rags to Riches. If you are new to Sorare and you want to support a small creator in myself, then I would really appreciate if you use my link in the description down below to sign up. And of course, you'll receive all the best referral / welcome bonuses using the link down below in the description. Thank you. Yes guys, so as discussed in the last video, we would explore a new competition in Rags to Riches, and as you can see on screen, we did sell Edison just before we went into our new comp for £3.30. And you can see on screen, we tried to basically bid. We done lots of bidding, and of course for those of you guys that also on Sorare, you know, we had credits as well, which kind of ruined my idea of basically trying to min bid on some players. However, we did manage to get 2 on min bid before the basically the promo and stuff started, and as you can see on screen, we have entered the MLS competition for the first time here on Rags to Riches, and as you can see on screen, here are some of the players I've already purchased. However, there is more to come, of course. Now, you can see we managed to min bid win both Teenage Hadibi and Guilherme Biro. Now, to be honest, both of these maybe not having the greatest times of their lives right now, but I definitely anticipate them both, like, them two together make a really good starter in my eyes. One of these, I reckon, are going to do well. Now, Teenage Hadibi, you can see he did DMP in the last game, but I think that's due to Cincinnati's high amount of fixtures with the CONCACAF and stuff like that. So, yeah, but you can see he's a pretty spiky scorer. And I thought, for £1.70, he's going to be, yeah, basically a no-brainer. Then you can see Biro, same thing, a min bid one for him, and this is because he did get a red card in his last game, but of course we are not using him for this game anyway, so it doesn't really matter to us. And obviously, for those of you guys that do know, Almiron's Army last year, we had Biro, and he done fantastic for us, so I thought I'd get him back in. Maybe me buying him can inspire him to get back to some really good scores. And then we went out and bought a massive purchase. Now, I will say, this is a general rule for me when I build these budget lineups, is don't cheap out on the goalkeeper. As you can see, we've bought an insanely good goalkeeper, Columbus Cruz #1, and yeah, he's a very good goalkeeper for sure. So don't cheap out on the goalkeeper, in my opinion, and also don't cheap out on the captain, who is going to be Miguel Almiron, of course, for those of you, had to bring him back. And then last but not least, to round off our stack, we have got Ilioski of Philadelphia Union. I believe I got him quite cheap because he did miss a penalty in the last game over the weekend, which is fine, again, for me, because I'm not going to be using him. But the thing I like about Ilioski is he is on a few set pieces, including pens, which he might not be in pens in the future, because he did miss one, but I thought he's a good one anyways if he is going to be on a few set pieces. A decent forward, and the thing I love the most about Ilioski is obviously an extremely spiky scorer, as we can see, but he is playing in that perfect position for me, just behind the striker. I love players that sit in and play this role. So yeah, we've gone with Ilioski. And I will say, obviously, Almiron is going to be the other man in this stack. But that does mean that we have two more positions to buy in the MLS competition. And you can see that one of them is down here on screen. We are trying to win a Velde on bid. And again, another forward that doesn't play up front. That's like my number one requirement, and is on set pieces as well, because you can get good AA and a few assists and stuff from the set pieces. And as you can see, a pretty decent scorer. The only bad thing for him is that he plays for Portland Timbers, so not the ideal team, but I think he's scoring pretty decent regardless of his side. So yeah, someone that I'm trying to win on bid. I won't bid much more than this though, so if we don't win him for that price, then I'll probably move on and try and get someone else in the side. And then once we get him, basically we'll have two forwards, two defenders, one goalkeeper, and one midfielder. But that will be the last player I buy. Will probably be it'll probably be a classic smasher midfielder, so probably a bit of a beast, to be honest, because we need someone that is basically is going to be Almiron or him. So we need a really, really good player. And as you can see, we'll take you back to the spreadsheet. Edison is on there, as we did sell him at the start of the segment. And here is the prices of the players that we paid. That all being said then, where are we looking at for the budget and the money and all the good stuff? You can see we still have $50 in the or £50 in the wallet, so we've got loads of money to play with, and 850 essence as well, not too bad. So yeah, overall the series is in a really, really healthy position. I don't feel like rushed to spend this money either. I feel like we've got some great stacks. We've just entered a new competition, and overall I'm just feeling really happy and really confident with where the teams are at. So yeah, basically we're in a good spot, and I'm hopeful that we can continue in this sort of vein of positivity in the series after that great performance. But yeah, hopefully in the next clip you're going to see either I don't think we've got anything for the midweek, so maybe you're going to see us round off our new competition and perhaps buy the rest of the players that we need to complete the stack. Yes, guys, so it's a little bit later on in the week now, and I'm here to round off our MLS strategy. And as you can see, we have bought two new players into our MLS side. As you can see, we've gone with Marco Pasilj in the forward position. I just feel like him and Ilioski are going to be great additions and great, like, just utility. Both of them on a few set pieces, and both of them I just feel really confident in. I feel like they're both great players, so very happy with our forward positions. And then I decided to improve our midfield slightly, as we only have Almiron at the moment. So we pick up Nico Shikaris, who's actually on yeah, a bit of a decent run, I'd say. Like, he's had starts in most of the games now, and a really good last game with 39 AA. And yeah, I just thought for about £2 or £4 or so that we paid for him, I feel like that was a great purchase. Now, you have to ignore Maxime Crepu, because he is not part of this series. He is actually going to be given away on the channel. Of course, if you guys would have seen the videos about me promoting this giveaway, and ignore Ondrej Linga as well, because he also is a card that I'm giving away. So apart from Maxime and Linga, every MLS player that you can see on the top row is now a part of this series, alongside, of course, classic Almiron. With that being said, of course, make sure you subscribe and follow me on all social medias to be involved in more giveaways like this. And yeah, I think Ondrej was given away in the Under 23 Road to Glory, so again, a different series to this one. And Maxime was a separate giveaway altogether. So yeah, that being said, I did decide to put the team into a lineup so you guys could visualize what it would look like. And this is basically what it very, very likely to be this game week coming up. You guys are going to see the lineups, of course, after this clip. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with how it is. Of course, Pasilj could go into this team. I'm not really 100% to be fair. I've kind of just got this at the moment. I might change it, like I said. But yeah, for now, it's looking good. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, excited to get going with a new competition. I have a cheat code for you Sorare users, and it's called Free Cash. Free Cash is an app on your phone which you can use to download other games and get paid for playing them. And even better, if you use my link in the description down below to sign up, you'll get £4 upon signing up. And you can use the money that you earn from them games to buy yourself some beautiful Sorare collections like this one. So use my link in the description down below to sign up today. Back on with the video. Here to round off Rags to Riches for this week then, and as you can see on screen, we have made a new purchase, and that is going to be Philip Billings' replacement for this weekend. We have gone with Vladimir Baiskov, who is basically the player that's just coming in for him. He's 20 years old, and actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest, and 80p. I was like, let's give him a go. Let's give him a run on Rags to Riches. This is what this series is all about. Giving players that we might not have heard of before an opportunity to perform in one of our squads. So yeah, we got him in. And we did also get rid of Vitali Janel from Brentford, and that is just due to him being injured, unfortunately. And it looks like he's going to be out for quite some time. And obviously, Rags to Riches, he was brilliant for us, definitely helped us hit some streaks, and I would love him to still be fit and playing for us because he was brilliant. But yeah, we just don't have space for waiting for injuries in the gallery here. So we moved him on, and then onto our lineups for this weekend, then kicking things off with the Premier League competition. And this is definitely not our side. Let me get the right one up there, sorry. So I will say that we only have one Premier League team this game week because some of our players just aren't playing. So we don't have enough players to field another team. So we've only got the one lineup here, and it's, as you can see on screen, got Elliot Anderson and Lewis Hall in there, both with some decent fixtures. Anderson will always get the armband, I think, for me. Minter against Liverpool will be the tough one, and then we're praying that Bournemouth does something against Man U. Probably not, but yeah. So Premier League not looking too appealing this game week, but we've gone for it nonetheless. And then our La Liga side is on screen, as you can see. Pretty strong side, to be fair. Very happy with it. The only thing we could have done here is maybe put Aymar in a squad, but we went Malero instead of just fancy him a bit more. Then we've got the Bundesliga side. Again, Kramrich armband, not much has changed here. Actually, the same team that we fielded last game week, so yeah. And then, of course, the theme of the video today, the MLS side, as you can see on screen. Teenage Hadibi is the only one that might not play, but the other defender we have might not play as well. So we've gone with him. Schulte in net, of course. Almiron, giving him the armband, of course, for tradition's sake. We've gone with Pasilj up front. Could have went Ilioski, but just, yeah, I've gone with Pasilj. And then Chakaris to round off the side. So yeah, we're aiming for 340 with this team. Do I think we'll get it? Not sure, to be honest. The fixtures aren't great, but yeah, at least we got a team now, and it's going to attempt to go for it. We'll see how well it does. And then the challenger side, we've given Vladimir the start. Yeah, hopefully he does well for us. We've got Lloyd Kelly with a great game, Iredale and Salinga in together, and Lundalu, unfortunately, is our forward, as we have no one else. So yeah, to be honest, some not great sides this game week. I don't anticipate a good results section in the next episode, but we will see. And last but not least, we have a contender side which is looking fantastic, except Roman SA is not on to start, but I think he could start. That's why I've not gone and bought a new midfielder, because I have faith in the man. But yeah, basically, I kind of not really optimistic with any of the teams this game week, so hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully the results section of the next video is fantastic, but of course you're going to have to come back to see that one in the next episode. So there you guys have it, there is another week wrapped up in Sorare. I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Of course we are attacking a new competition with our strategy that kind of has been working this season. If you guys are enjoying, obviously show me by leaving a like. Drop down below, let me know what your best budget picks are for the MLS, and maybe I can have a little look at a few and bring them in myself. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace.